Hello, this is Pat O'Connor, and the Property Tax Protection Program is the proven method to minimize your property taxes year after year. Let's discuss why. There are a number of reasons that an annual appeal of property taxes is guaranteed to reduce your property taxes over the long run. First off, the value negotiated this year impacts the value that's possible to negotiate in the next year. If this year's value, for example, is $300,000 and it's not reduced, the appraisal district will be reluctant to reduce the value next year below $300,000. On the other hand, if this year's value is $300,000 and it's reduced to $285,000, then the $285,000 tends to be the floor the appraisal district is willing to consider for appeals in the next year. There's a couple of other factors why an annual appeal is important. If you appeal this year and reduce the value, we'll use the same example from $300,000 to $285,000, it limits next year's maximum taxable value. The maximum increase is 10% for homesteads. So if the value this year is $300,000 and it is not appealed, the maximum value next year is 110% of that, or $330,000. On the other hand, if the value this year is appealed and reduced to $285,000, the maximum value next year is 110% of that, or about $315,000. So appealing this year impacts your property taxes into the next year. Another reason is that if the property taxes are reduced this year and the value is unchanged next year, you will receive the benefits of this year's reduction both this year and next year. Another factor is the hearing evidence package. We request the appraisal district's hearing evidence package each year, and it varies from year to year depending on the sales in the neighborhood. In some cases, the sales data is quite helpful. Other years, the sales data is not helpful, but we don't know until we file an appeal and obtain the hearing evidence package. Another factor is the arbitrary nature of the hearing process. The hearing process involves people, and sometimes they're more receptive to a reduction, and sometimes they're not. The appraiser that's doing the informal hearing in some cases will be easy to work with and receptive to an adjustment. In other cases, the appraiser is not as flexible and is just uncomfortable making any adjustment. And the situation is similar with the appraisal review board. In some years, the appraisal review board is receptive to the property owner's perspective. On the other hand, in some years, the appraisal review board is quite inclined to go with the appraisal district's perspective. And we don't know whether the appraiser and the appraisal review board are going to be friendly or not until we file the appeal and show up for the hearing. Another factor is that we will suit up and show up each year. Woody Allen said that 90% of success is showing up, and we will prepare and attend the hearing for you each year. Most property owners don't want to go to the appraisal district each year, but by appearing each year, we realize the savings that are available because of the hearing evidence package or the appraiser or the appraisal review board in each tax year. And as we've discussed, those tax savings impact the value both this year and into the future. And the final reason is that there's no fee unless we reduce your property taxes in the current year. So if we reduce your property taxes this year and the value remains the same next year, there's no fee. So these are the reasons that appealing annually in the Property Tax Protection Program is guaranteed to minimize your property taxes. Thanks for watching.